the Upanishads, translated by F. Max Muller, in two parts. Part 1. Aitareya Aranyaka, second Aranyaka, second Adhyaya, third Kanda. While Visvamitra was going to repeat the hymns of this day, the Mahavrata, Indra, sat down near him. Visvamitra, guessing that Indra wanted food, said to him, "This, the verses of the hymn, is food," and repeated the 1,000 Brihati verses. By means of this, he went to the delightful home of Indra. Svarga. Indra said to him, "Risha, thou hast come to my delightful home." Risha repeated the second hymn. Visvamitra, guessing that Indra wanted food, said to him, "This, the verses of the hymn, is food," and repeated the 1,000 Brihati verses. By means of this, he went to the delightful home of Indra, Svarga. Indra said to him, "Risha, thou hast come to my delightful home." Risha, repeat a third hymn. Visvamitra, guessing that Indra wanted food, said to him, "This, the verses of the hymn, is food," and repeated the 1,000 Brihati verses. By means of this, he went to the delightful home of Indra, Svarga. Indra said to him, "Risha, thou hast come to my delightful home. I grant thee a boon." Visvamitra said, "May I know thee?" Indra said, "I am Prana, breath." "O Risha, thou art Prana. All things are Prana, for it is Prana who shines as the sun, and I here pervade all regions under that form. This food of mine, the hymn, is my friend and my support. Dakshana. This is the food prepared by Visvamitra. I am verily he who shines, the sun." Now, whether we're talking of divinity as separate beings or having a doctrine like the Arabs say of Tawheed, we can think of the hymns, the sayings of Scripture, like food and drink offerings. But then again, divinity itself doesn't need that. But there are light beings that take part in it. And some of the things listed as devas are really names that can be used for God itself. But, so, all aspirant sonic consonances are sounds. Okay. Upanishad Sasada instead of Upanishasada. The mistake is probably due to a correction, Sa for Shah. The commentator, however, considers it as a Vedic license. Sakaro Dikas Kandasa. And, sat down near him in the first verse. Well, situated in a presence. If God is the God of heaven, then it doesn't necessarily mean that God is limited to when, one sense of presencing or whatever, but Upanishas Asada. Okay. And the Brihati verses are meant for the Nishkavalya hymn, recited at the noon libation of the Mahavrata. That hymn consists of 10 parts, corresponding, as we saw, to 10 parts of a bird, viz. Its body, neck, head, root of wings, right wing, left wing, tail, belly, chest, and thighs. The verses corresponding to these 10 parts, beginning with Tad, Id Asa, Bhuvanashu, Kyashtam, are given in the first Aranyaka and more fully in the 5th Aranyaka by Saunaka. And though they consist of many meters, yet when one counts the syllables, they give 1,000 Brihati verses each consisting of 36 syllables, although the Nishkavalya is but one hymn consisting of 80 trikas. Yet, as these 80 trikas are represented as 3 kinds of food, see the Aitareya Aranyaka 2.1.2.3. The hymn is represented as 3 hymns, first as 80 Gayatri trikas, and then 80 Brahati trikas, lastly as 80 Ushneh trikas. And we have 4 tristiches in this verse, and there are different names for chapters and verses and cantos, and so there are 2, 3, 4, or there 5 divisions and some things, and how to number the things, but 1 dot after each. We don't use that semicolon like they use with the Bible verses. Not semicolon, that's not what I'm thinking of. They don't use the colon, the 2 dot thing.